The landscape of the American West has inspired artists in many ways. But no one has seen the West quite like Ed Ruscha. His category-defying paintings are not so much landscapes as images and thoughts snatched from the landscape.
It's a symptom or a subject of everyday life, is where people should stop and think about those elements that are being overlooked and yet seen at the same time.
Ruscha's paintings now command millions of dollars at auction. One was even selected by President Obama to hang at the White House. But back in 1956, Ruscha's desire was simply to get out of his home state of Oklahoma and head west.
I guess maybe there was an urge, some kind of primitive adolescent urge to get on the road and go see that.
With his friend Mason Williams, who would later become famous as the composer of this music, Classical Gas, they set out along Route 66, heading to Los Angeles. And Ruscha started to notice classical gas stations.
I felt like there was a fertile happening out there with all these gas stations, and I had to do something about it.
What he did about it led to the emergence of a unique vision of the American West. A vision that is now on view in Texas at the Modern Art Museum of Fort Worth.
Ed wasn't just stopping and getting an easel and painting trees on the road. He was taking photographs, he was taking notes.
For the show's curator, Michael Opping, Ed Ruscha's photographs of 26 gasoline stations between Oklahoma and Los Angeles, which he later turned into a book, signaled a new way of seeing the world.
None of these gas stations are particularly interesting. They're just places. And I think what shocked the art world about these pictures was that he wasn't being artistic. He was almost playing the role of an anthropologist.
But in the role of artist, Ruscha started turning these overlooked roadside places into the subjects of his vibrant and precise paintings.
Basically what he did was create a new form of landscape painting based on fragments of roadside events that you would see through the windshield of your car.
Maybe that's what I've been doing my entire life as an artist, is trying to depict boxes and facades with words on them.
Back in 1982, Sunday Morning visited Ed Ruscha at work in his Los Angeles studio. As a student of industrial art and sign painting, he became particularly fascinated by the shape and texture of words. He puts words in his paintings not because of what they mean, but how they feel.
They have like temperatures to me, and they're either hot or cold, and they don't have to be any particular thing.
Why are they upside down?
Yeah, they're upside down because you're looking at them from upside down.
When the show opened in Fort Worth, Ruscha had some very special visitors. His grandsons, 7-year-old Milo and 4-year-old Tristan.
I could read it. Hollywood Sunset, Santa Monica.
Ruscha's paintings do have a mystery to them. Their message can be elusive. Are you sometimes amazed, maybe amused, at the meanings that people put into your work?
Sometimes they're head-scratching, sometimes they're right on, and sometimes they're nothing that I intended, but it's all part of the same magic. I don't know.
It's critical to Ed's.
For Michael Opping, the tension between image and words can be explained from Ruscha's love of the open road.
I hate to make it sound complicated, but at the end of the day, it is complicated. How do we experience the world? Do we experience it through language, or do we experience it through image? What Ed is saying is that on the American roadside, you experience it both ways. There's nature, and there's billboards. There's standard, there's La Brea. There's all of these things sort of rattling around in your head when you think you're just seeing one thing. And he represents that as art.
Ruscha likes to celebrate the American West, its lifestyle and landscape. But his celebration is never an easy one. His very latest paintings, now on view at the Gagosian Gallery in Los Angeles, focus on what's left behind after we pass by. His imagery can leave us wondering just what is it he wants us to see.
Mine are like ideas of those landscapes. If I paint a mountaintop, it's not really a mountaintop, it's an idea of a mountaintop.
And even if Ruscha's ideas sometimes seem just beyond our grasp, they can still leave us ready to notice what we might otherwise have overlooked along the road.